Look, there's some big planes here. We're at air show. Wow.
Watch your toes.
Yeah, I will.
Your foot, that's it. We don't want to squash any toes.
That's it. But generally what you
Oh, I didn't know that. It's a black one. It's a black one.
That was too loud.
No, I didn't. That's a plane. Oh yeah, that is. Oh, there goes the small plane. Oh, the small plane! Hey, don't do like that.
So 16 tons of machine there manoeuvred by Schmitty, sat in the right-hand seat of the Chinook cockpit. It's a challenging display area for the team here because it's incredibly tight. You can see the area in front of you at the moment, not a lot of depth to it and not a lot of room out to the right-hand side. So we've had to adapt the display to fit into the display area in front of you because of course there is no one down on the left-hand end of the airfield to see anything we may do down there. So part of the amendment we've made, normally this would be an offset wing over at the left-hand end. All the turns at the ends today are going to be pedal turns, so similar to what you've just seen. Schmitty is going to pitch up to about 55 degrees, let the apparent ground speed fall to 0, and then pedal the aircraft around the turn before it falls back on its own weight down towards the ground. Now the next manoeuvre we've also shortened. Normally a roller coaster, 2 up and overs is just 1 today for all of you. Now in the left-hand seat this afternoon, Flight Lieutenant Cy Flynn, another Chinook captain, but flying as co-pilot here as the display is fairly demanding. He joined 27 Squadron in 2017 and he's deployed to Mali and the Falkland Islands as well during his career. He's going to be helping Smitty by providing the display patter or internal commentary, and what I'm going to try and do is take you into the cockpit now to let you listen to that.
Now, no, like 10, 20, 30, keep it going, 40, 45, right, 10, 20, 30, 40, 400 feet, total turn next, 350, 300, 250, 60 knots, 200 feet, 90 knots, 200 feet, 95, 100 knots, good height, 10, 20, look, turn, now.
So as you heard Flinny there providing all of the patter to Schmitty, who is in the right hand seat keeping his eyes outside of the cockpit, flying this display entirely visually throughout. Flinny is his eyes on the instruments, pattering his heights, his speeds, his angles of bank and his pitch to make sure that he does not break the aircraft limits as part of this display. Now the normal datum speed that the aircraft comes back to on display is 120 knots. You might have heard there today as he said 100 knots, good height, good speed. Another tweak we've had to make to stay inside the display area. And that's also a very tight turn there coming into what is going to be a nose down quick stop. Now this is a tactical manoeuvre that we use on the battlefield. If we spot troops late or if they come out of cover just as the aircraft comes overhead them, we can bring the aircraft to a stop very quickly by presenting both rotor discs to the oncoming airflow. Now in the back of the cabin there you can see Sergeant Scotty Morris, who's going to give you a wave with two big orange hands. Scotty balancing on two knees only. He's got no way to hold on because of course both hands are inside those big orange hands that are waving back at you. So please give him a wave, let him know you appreciate what he's doing for you on the back of the ramp there today. Now Scotty joined the RAF in 2009 as a logistics supplier. He deployed to Afghanistan before applying to become aircrew, and he completed his training and joined 27 Squadron in 2018. He's deployed to Mali and also out to the Middle East. Now as the aircraft comes to a halt there at the left-hand end of the display area, you can see the ramps come up. Scotty's brought that up. And he would now be moving back to the front of the cabin, but we've actually got two crewmen on board today. So Scotty's going to remain put. And when they're happy he's secure, Schmidt is going to bring the aircraft into a vertical climb, rotating as they go. Now this is a maneuver we call the Gorney corkscrew. And the Gorney was developed for a very specific landing site in Bosnia many years ago in the Chinook service life. And it was designed for a very tight valley that they had to get the aircraft out of. And the intent here was to rotate the aircraft so that the three weapon systems on board, two weapons on either side of the aircraft and one on the ramp, were constantly rotating so that if anybody took aim and fired at the aircraft during the departure, they would have at least one weapon on at any time to return fire. So we've kept that one in as a credit to the Chinook's 40-year service life. Now Schmitty's got the nose forward there. He's gathering his airspeed back as he does a 405-degree spiral to come back down to the minimum display height of 100 feet. And it's worth saying today, as this aircraft corkscrews down towards us, that 40-year service life, this airframe, ZA681, has served pretty much all of those. And this aircraft has only 2 more flights left to do before she's retired from UK service. So this is the last we'll see of her on the display circuit at a public or trade show. The aircraft pitching up again into another pedal turn. Difficult to the left-hand side as Schmidt is sat on the right-hand side of the aircraft. So Flinny will be sat in that left-hand seat, continuing to patter to Schmitty, telling him exactly what his references are going to appear as the aircraft corkscrews round to make the running landing. Now this is one of my favourite manoeuvres on the Chinook display. Again, something they're trying to keep tight for you, but it's going to end up landing at the left-hand end of the display area. There's not much we can do about it. But this is an emergency procedure that we use on Chinook if we've lost power on one engine. So it allows us to run the aircraft onto the ground without ever coming to the hover and using the extra power that would be required to bring that aircraft to a stabilized hover. They get a brief bow. Please wave back at them. This is their one moment of rest. To see all of you waving at them. And the final maneuver there is the over-the-shoulder departure, another tactical maneuver we usually use from the ground. If we have an enemy pop up in our 12 o'clock, so directly in front of the aircraft, we can get the aircraft off the ground, present the bulletproof shielding that we have underneath the aircraft to the enemy so that that takes the hit if necessary, and then we run away bravely behind the aircraft. So I'll finish up this afternoon by saying thank you to the group of people who can't be here to see that display. That's our engineers sat just across the fence at our podium who have launched the aircraft today and will recover it this afternoon.
Okay guys, that's the air show place, but look, it's like a supercar bit. Look at this Mustang, look at those two Aston Martins. Oh, a Subaru or a Toyota. It's a Toyota. That's a nice BMW there. There's a Maserati over there. Look, a Maserati. We've got nice sports. Wow. We got some pretty cool cars here. Look at this. Ford Turbo. Wow. What's this?
Right, lovely, thanks. Okay, take care, buddy. 2 weeks time. Coming to High Korea?
Look guys, I found the Lotus. Lotus, wow. I have one of these cars at home. These Lotuses. That's a BMW. Let's take a look.
Mariam biết mình.
Wow. That's a BMW. Oh, the runway's actually low. Okay. That was a little bit of a late one. I think I think I'm the jet on the Look guys, the jets are going. No, I meant that chair. You see how the kids going down? Moments of true by the rise. I've never seen a jet take off ever. Wow, it's a very quiet plane. Why is it so quiet? It's like an electric plane, guys. Bye bye.